Georgia, and thank you so much for sticking around. Well, today we are diving into a topic that is often overlooked in rural communities, and that's mental health. Our guest today is someone who knows firsthand the unique challenges that farming families face. Mrs. Debra Cox is a farm wife and an advocate for mental health, and she's here now to share insight on the importance of raising awareness on these topics. So thank you so much for joining us here. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me back.
Absolutely, absolutely. So can you first just share a little bit about your role within the Farm Bureau and the Women's Committee? How does mental health fit into the work you do in the farming community?
Well, as a farmer's wife and being the chairperson for the Women's Committee in Mitchell County through Farm Bureau, we do a lot of programming of ag with our students, and they are a lot of the ones that are suffering with mental health. But then on the adult side, a lot of the farmers, they're worried about pricing, they're worried about if they're going to be able to get all their supplies. And so I do know Farm Bureau, there is a gentleman, a farmer, who is from Sumter County, Matt Berry, who speaks up and speaks out. Him and his wife, Alicia, talk quite often about it.
Okay, and so mental health in rural and farming communities often goes under the radar, right? So why do you think it's so important to address mental health in agriculture?
Well, because things are so up in the air with pricing and supplies. And a lot of times our young people see what's going on and it bothers them and worries them. And so it's just an important aspect that needs to be a conversation held.
I totally agree. And so as a farmer's wife, how do you personally navigate the mental and emotional challenges that comes with the farm life?
You have to pour into yourself before you can even think about pouring into others. It's important. I've seen that over time, because if you're going to be there for your spouse, for your children that might be farming, you've got to stand strong.
Yeah.
And with the way things are, sometimes you just have to take a step back and just, do something for yourself from time to time.
Absolutely. And so can you tell us about any support networks or resources or initiatives that have been helpful for you or others in the farming community?
Well, I will tell you this. Georgia Pines in Pelham, they Mike just wrote an article that's going in the Ag Awareness publication on March the 19th about families in rural communities. And so it's important that families know, farm families know, they can reach out to places like Georgia Pines, they can reach out to their pastor. There are other places, even their primary physician can help get them the needed help if they feel like they're having an issue, whether it's with anxiety, depression, or even alcoholism, because that is a slow suicide right there. And there have been a number of farmers across the nation that have taken their lives. I actually had a cousin many years ago that took his life as a result of a bad health report. And he didn't want to be there anymore. And so, it's sad when that occurs. So you've got to check in on your family and friends, and that's very vital, very important. And I know Family Connections, Mitchell County Children and Youth, they're starting an initiative, a strategy to combat mental health, and they're setting up May 8th at the Camilla Depot to have a family wellness, otherwise mental health fair event from 5 to 7. And so, everybody, agriculture is real big in Mitchell County. I mean, huge. We're #1 in a lot of crop area. And so a lot of people go through a lot of stressors, about getting financing and, again, trying to make sure they have everything that is needed, because right now they're planting, getting ready to plant, getting the fields ready. And it's just important that we all try to stay well aware of mental health.
Absolutely. And so I like that you mentioned a few of those resources. So for those listening, where can they go ahead and find more information about the ones that you mentioned?
Well, I know our local Farm Bureau has a Facebook page, and you can go to Georgia Farm Bureau and in any county and find who the office managers are. That's my key contact person is Miss Wanda Faircloth at the Mitchell County Farm Bureau. She can shed the light on various programming that we're doing, whether it's related directly to ag or mental health.
Okay.
And so that's important. And then I have social media, and you can go look at Debra Faircloth Cox, because I'm posting off and on all the time.
Okay.
But even go and look at Thriving on the Farm, the blog, or Orange Sparrow, because we all do need to pour into ourselves.
Absolutely.
To be there, to be able to pour into others and help us get through day by day. It's important.
Absolutely. I totally agree. Well, thank you so much again for joining us here on Town and Country. I know this won't be the last time.
No, it won't. I thank you very much.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we'll have all of this information posted on our website at WALB.com. But don't go away just yet. We'll have more TNT coming up right after.